I'll dance this one. money. And the owner of the money. Double wahala for the money. And the owner of the money. Also my money. From Malaysia. Hallelujah. If you see out me, who that says you find me? I'm gonna find you. And if you're new in the good, you go be your tight. Everybody love people more than she is. She wants to let go. And she knows she wants you. She don't know that she ain't like you. But tell you the baby I hate me. And I'm also my money. Also for Malaysia. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We've tried. It's okay. Wow. Sorry, guys. That was not in the plan. No. That was definitely not planned. Wow. How do I start? Where can I start? Woo! Hey, love said, beautiful mama. Love, Sonny is dancing. Zitis is dancing. Aminat Ola Likan said, wow. Oh my God. And Rifi Moses said, give them double wahala. No. I just heard the song and I liked it. All right. I think our speakers are on the backstage. Let me see. Oh, where is Madam Hope? Where is Dr. Miriam? Where is Dr. Temitope? I can't see Dr. Temitope here. Can you please add Dr. Temitope on the call, please? Add Dr. Temitope. Okay. Wow, I'm so excited. Let me, okay, Dr. Temitope is at the backstage. Wow, I'm so excited, honestly. Just pardon me. So tonight is NurseAngel Hangs Out with IOM resource persons. I repeat, NurseAngel hangs out with IOM resource persons. Yes, and who are our permanent resource persons? We have a lot. We have a whole lot of resource persons. However, tonight we are going to be talking to Professor Temitope, IOM Dr. Miriam, IOM Dr. Marjorie, and IOM Dr. Hope. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Dr. Miriam, do you want to come to the backstage or do you want to be on the phone? Sorry?
Yeah, I'll be backstage.
On the phone, you mean, or backstage?
No, I'll be on the phone.
Please. On the phone. All right. Thank you. I can see Madam Marjorie, Dr. Temitope. Is Madam Hope here? Okay. Continue trying, Madam Hope. Yes. So tonight, it is all about IOM resource persons. Tonight is all about our resource persons. It's not about me. It's not about the admin team. It's not about the family members. Tonight is the night for resource persons. And they are not here to start teaching or start discussion on any topic. They are here to be loved, and recognized and appreciated. Yes, yes, that is why we are here. And I remain your one and only host, Nurse Angel. Please make some noise. Yes, let me see what the family members are saying. Adenike said, good evening, ma. Bukola Sunday said, we welcome all our resource persons. Amazing. Comfort says, sweet mama. And Angela said, they are welcomed. And yes, yes. So on that note, I think patience is just distributing love for everyone. On that note, I want to bring up our slide. Yes, yes, yes. So again, if you look on the screen, you will see the Hangout gurus. Yes, yes, yes. That is our Hangout, IOM Hangouts with our resource persons. And yes, as I said earlier, we have Madam Hope. I just want to show you our resource persons one by one on the screen. We have Madam Miriam, Dr. Miriam. We have our IOM Professor Temi Tope in the house. Oh my God, we have our one and only Majorie. Yes, yes, yes. And I hope I covered all of them. Fantastic. Before we continue, I see Madam Majorie at the backstage. Dr. Temitope, your network is not good. I don't know how to bring you up. Your network is not good. But before we continue, I want to say this to everyone, including the resource persons. Yes, before now, yesterday we hung out with our family members. It was Nurse Angel hanging out with the family members. It was amazing. We were here 3 hours, but tonight I promise we won't be here for up to that length. Yes, and again, that was the hangout with the family members. Before the family members, last week we hung out with the admin team. IOM admin team. Yes, and it was amazing. Honestly, it was amazing. And also, I like to showcase this because I really do like this. We also gave reward to the picture, IOM picture of the year. So a lot of family members have always showcased IOM. They are wearing IOM hats, IOM t-shirts, snapping, going about, going to outreaches. But we now said we are going to give a picture of the year award. And guess what? We wanted to give just one picture, but this family are amazing. They just came to showcase IOM and IOM only. A lot of families have snapped with IOM attire, but this one is every one of them wore our either t-shirt or t-shirt and cap, and also they were doing absolutely nothing but showcasing IOM. So they won the picture of the year and they got 50,000 naira. Make some noise for them. Again, we have a single IOM picture of the year. So this is AltaBest. I just want to show the resource person so they will see what I'm saying. AltaBest. She had to go to a studio. She posed in the studio with she's in complete in our complete attire. Look at AltaBest as if she is advertising a top brand, which we will soon be. In fact, we are already a top brand. So this is AltaBest. She went to studio and professionally took a photograph. And what can we do? We had 1 million members sending in pictures of themselves. But this one was honestly, a bit outstanding from the other outstanding pictures. So we had no choice but to award AltaBest with the picture of the year, single person picture of the year. Again, this is something that blew my mind. A family member was doing an event, and IOM family members attended in Oh my God, including, look at our IOM daddy with the cap, including our IOM daddy. He attended and they were making a lot of speech upon speech, talking about IOM in a family, in an event. In an event, this is not IOM planned event. An individual member of IOM was doing something. They went, and not just the two of them, a lot of them in the audience, a lot of them went there. I saw Madeline. This is Mr. Ben. He's IOM daddy. I was, when I saw this video, they were live talking. I just called the admin base. I said, admin base, call them and give them 50,000 naira. Just, I don't have money. But I loved what I saw. These people are flying the flag of IOM everywhere. I was so pleased and amazed. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Okay. Yes, I will talk about this as, later on, but I want to say to you guys, resource persons and family members, every year since our inception, we usually have, every month we have, in fact, in all our talk shows, we have most active member, most active fam in our talk shows. So they're always very active on the talk shows. But monthly, we have most active family member of the month, every month. However, in the whole year, we have most active family member of the year. Abel James was the first most active member of the year when we started IOM. Then Chibest is the second most active member of the year 2024. However, 2023 was cheapest. Then we are looking for IOM most active member of the year 2024. Why? We decided we will not just be picking. It's not going to work like that because they are all super duper duper active. And if you see what family members do to win this award, they go on street. In fact, they will tell you later. I don't have too much time. I'm trying to make sure I don't take away a lot of time from our resource persons. So these 4 wonderful family members have been nominated by IOM family members. One is patient on the blue left-hand side. The other one is the same Fred Sonny you saw on the microphone. He's in the second left-hand side. Then on green is our own Tux. Tux is on green. Then on the right-hand side is our own IOM newscaster. Her name is Ezine. These people are so amazing. We don't know who to pick. We don't know who to pick. They have done more than enough. They go out doing a lot of campaign, gifting, visiting, doing things in the name of IOM. Jesus, who do we pick? We don't know. So they are going to hustle it out themselves. What we decided, because the IOM family member of the year, their reward is they become an admin for a year. We say 6 months or a year if they want. Then they become an admin and we give them support on a monthly basis. So this is not a small picking thing. It's just like an induction. What do you call it? No. What do you call it? All these placements. It's just like placements. They serve IOM for 1 year and they get a lot of benefits in reward. So they are going to come to the Dreams Den, where it's just like Dragons Den, like The Apprentice. So they will come to Dreams Den and they will tell us why we should choose them, because they are all qualified, but we don't know who to choose. They will be the one to choose themselves. They will tell us why they are the most outstanding out of the rest. Yes. Let me see what the family members are saying. Then I am going to invite our speakers. Okay, so Angela said very rewarding and encouraging, and Rifi is sending love, and Aminat say congratulations to the winner in advance, and Divine said congratulations to the chosen one, and again, Reef said, nice one. And Jane Ike said, yes. So, okay, on that note, we will go quickly into the reason why we are here, which is a hangout with IOM distinguished resource persons. And on that note, I'm going to bring up Dr. Temi Tope. Yes, yes, yes. He's the only one. I think Madam Marjorie, I don't understand. She's at the backstage, but she's dark. So I think she's also on the phone. So we have where is Madam Hope? I don't know where Madam Hope is. So we have um Madam Miriam on the conference call, and we have Madam Marjorie on the conference call as well. So on that note, I want to say good evening, Dr. Temitope. We love you. You know we love you. And I'm so happy that you are here in our midst. I want to say the floor is right open. So, can you say greetings to the family members while I call the others? I'll mute myself.
Good evening to In Our Minds family. In our mind, always in my mind. My destiny is in my hands. Each moment as they pass by becomes much significant if only I'm with the IOM family. It tells of the importance, the value, and to the extent I sincerely esteem and cherish every member of the family. Thank you, NurseAngel. Thank you, sponsor. Thank you to each member of the IOM family. Each person here is very important. And honestly speaking, NurseAngel thinks about everyone. Just the way she thinks about the resource persons, she also thinks about you. There is nobody that is insignificant here. Everything you do is well noted, is highly cherished, and greatly rewarded. You may not understand, it's a function of time. For those of us in sciences and in the mathematics class, in further maths, there's what we call differentiation and integration. If you integrate calculus in relation to function of time, you will understand the significance of everyone in the IOM family. One thing that gladdens my heart tonight, and I'm going to say it out very clear, I was just hoping that Nurse Angel will explain why is our uniform looking alike, even when she didn't know I was going to wear this one. I have three uniforms, three. So why is she wearing the one that looks like mine? Thank you very much.
Oh my God. Dr. Temitope, when I saw you, I was like, Dr. Temitope, you saw me at the backstage. You ran to go and wear this one. That's what I said. So I catch you. You just exposed yourself. You saw me at the backstage. You run and put on this one. I catch you. Oh, dear me, dear me, dear me. Thank you very much, Dr. Temitope. You are the best. I love you. You know, you are so important to IOM. And IOM honestly, truly do love you. So, on that note, I want to invite Dr. Miriam to and Dr. Marjorie, IOM Dr. Marjorie, to say hello to the family members. Dr. Marjorie. Hello, Marjorie. Okay, you are at the backstage. Okay, sorry, I saw you here. Fantastic. Yeah, continue, ma'am. You're muted. Dr. Marjorie, you're muted.
Hello, family members. Good
Yeah.
evening and happy New Year to everyone. As always, it's a pleasure to be here. Los Angeles, it was fun watching you do that dance. You're looking so good.
It's because I
And
know
yeah,
we
Dr. Temitabo, that was a jinx between you and Los Angeles this evening. You people did not share the circle to us. We will protest too, but you're dogging me, so no wahala. So family members, a heartfelt greeting and shout out to all of us there. I haven't experienced such a few such outpourings of love. It's been awesome being a member of this platform. The love is massive. I tell you, people coming through. Okay, people coming to my inbox and say hello, we love you. I receive calls is amazing. And it's just for nothing. It's just for connecting on the basis of humanity. So in our mind family, it's a family to belong to. And it's been a journey and a continuous revelation, especially with the children's outreach we had for children in the community. And hopefully in the new year, I see us doing more impactful things. I see us reaching a large swath of unreached population. I see us attracting and leveraging this wonderful work to garner funds to do some real work, especially back home here. I see us changing people's mindset. I see us raising a unique generation who have a voice, who are not just okay with the status quo, who are ready to be change agents, use their voice, use their resources to cause great change. And I see us as a continuous work in progress, ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn, and do things like they should be done as humans first and foremost. That's the unique, the uniqueness of this platform. It approaches everyone on the basis of their humanity, irrespective of creed, religion, nationality, color, or class, and that's awesome. So, having said that, tonight I'm going to see us. I want to see us look at those things critically. I don't know what NurseAngel has up her sleeve because she's a woman of many parts and she can just overwhelm you and shock you and unveil and reveal things as we go along. But for one, I'm ready for this ride. I just came in from a trip, but I couldn't miss this meeting. I just couldn't not be in this hangout because I was ready and open to learn and unlearn and relearn, like I've said, and then also share for the general good of all. Thank you guys for having me, and that dance was super.
My dear, Okota Okota, I was just, is love and happiness. That's what I see. I think, Madam Majorie, no lights, eh? No lights for where you did. We
There
can
is
see.
so okay.
Put lights
Let me
now.
call these people.
Yeah.
I I'm protecting my eye, but let me put on the light.
Oh, sorry about that. Because of the viewership. So they would like to see your face as well. And for the video, it's going to be better if there is light in your background. Secondly, I think the network is really bad. So on that note, I think Dr. Temitope has just disappeared. The others are struggling with, where is Dr. Temitope? Let me call him on the phone. He's struggling. I may also, sorry about this. Let me call Dr. Temitope. Since he's here, whilst they try Madam Hope. Yeah, yeah, fantastic. Is that the light? Is that the light? He's calling, it's not ringing. So I'm going to call him on this particular phone. Let me just try getting him on. Then yeah. Yeah, sorry guys. I want to start the question. Maybe I'll start with you, then try to connect Dr. Temitope. That's what I will do. Ah. All right. So let me start with you, Madam Medjori. The others, I think their network is not good enough. So I have some questions. Like I said, today is all about IOM resource persons. I have some questions I drew up. Let me bring it up. I have some questions I drew up, and I would like to take it one by one. So the first question I want to ask Madam Dr. Marjorie is this. What inspired you, Madam Marjorie? What inspired you to remain in IOM? Yeah, you came in as a speaker, resource person, you spoke, then you continued till date. You said to us you traveled and came back. Yet, you're just coming in from travel. Yet you decided to come. Oh, look at her, so beautiful. Oh my God. Look at her hair. Nah, this woman in Yanga makeup. Do you know this is the first time I'm seeing you properly? I just saw you on the show, but I didn't see this your beautiful hair. Yeah, Okota, family members, let's see her. Yes. Okay, so what inspired you to remain as a speaker on IOM?
Okay. My mic, I have unmuted, right? Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay. What inspired me was first, my invitation came from a source that I trust so much, a source I know her work, her dedication, and her compassionate commitment to human rights. That was the first thing that piqued my interest because I know she's not given to frivolities. So I was curious. So after my first time on the show, being on the show was interesting. It was impactful. It was knowledge sharing. It was so good to have so many women come on and join and listen to the conversation, and most importantly admit that they were being impacted. That was monumental for me. And like I said, the conversation was engaging and interesting, and at the same time it was impactful. It was changing lives right there on the show, and that got me hooked. And subsequent episodes and editions were quite as interesting and engaging as that. It was again, it was a safe space, or it is a safe space, where one is not afraid to air his or her mind. You are not afraid that you'll be misconstrued or judged somehow, or perceived to be somehow, you know. So that was great for me, and that made all the difference. And that, of course, encouraged me, irrespective of my very, very hectic schedule, to make the IOM family, a platform and Sunday evening conversation a definite destination point. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. That is amazing. And the family members are just hailing you. Well done, ma. Wow, that's true. Especially what you said about the impact, the immediate benefits that came with your talk was super. Honestly, you have truly, indeed, brought a change. Family members, I want to say to you that Dr. Temitope, I called him. He said his phone was showing hot and it went off and he's trying to come back. So I wanted him to be on the phone. He said, no, he really wants to be on the platform. He wants to be on the platform. On that note, I want to ask the second question. I want to ask you the second question whilst we wait for Dr. Temitope. Madam Hope's phone is switched off. I don't know what happened. Maybe their enemies are sick. So, Madam Majorie, I know in your introduction, you almost touched on all what I have behind the scene. I wanted to say, stop! But I said, how can I stop you? Let me allow you to talk. So now, you've said it all, but I want you to say it again, precisely. You came in, as you said, you were invited by Dr. Ho, or so, like, yeah. And apart from that, you would have come in and decided it's not for me and leave. But you came in and stayed. So the next question I want to ask you is this. How do you see IOM platform? How do you see this platform in our Mind Talk Show page platform? How do you see it?
I see it as a safe, secure space where human angle, reality, stories are treated as it should be, in respect with relevant laws. I see it as a place that respects people's human rights. I see it as a place that brings people from different backgrounds, different cultures together. I see it as a very
Sorry, your speaker, something happened. Your volume is good.
okay. Can you hear me better now? Yes, as a veritable platform that a melting point for people of divergent views, divergent cultures, and professionals. I see it as a place where people are affected for positivity.
True.
That's how I view it.
Yeah, Dr. Temitope, thank you for coming back. You said your phone, something happened. So I want to ask you the first question I asked Madam Majorie. The first question I asked Madam Majorie was, Dr. Temitope, you came to the page last year. You came to speak, and you are still ready and hungry to come back. What actually inspired you? What inspired you to remain on IOM as a speaker or resource person since coming to IOM? What inspired you to continue to come to IOM?
Hello, good evening once again to our IOM family. You know, we are one family, knitted together, having simple orientation and belief about life. And we're moving on together, having victory together. So things that inspire me, number one is NurseAngel. She's an embodiment of knowledge. She's an embodiment of true and sincere love and care for humanity. You know, it takes an individual who understood the realities, the social realities, and she's having that intention to improve or add value to the social system. So she is a major inspiration I have. Then again, every person on this page inspires me. You need to see the joy, the creativity, the beauty, the elegance everyone brings into the IOM family. You know, look at the joy we bring both enjoy together. Now, though you are listening from your various homes, the comfort of your houses, or wherever in Africa or in any part of the globe, but you see, the joy you show inspires me. The desire to want to learn, the desire to want to also use the knowledge, the applicability.
Oh dear me. Ah, Naija Nepa. Madam Majory, you're moving too much. Wow. Ah, I think he's mute. Okay. Network is affecting him. Okay. Continue, sir. Continue.
Yes, thank you so much. So now in specifics, very briefly, Nurse Angel inspires me. The resource person here inspires me. The audience inspires me. And much more significantly is the fact that we are adding value to the frontiers of knowledge. We are improving the human society. We better the lives of persons. And by extension, we are becoming more safe and healthier people that are more inspired. I always want to be here. Thank you so much, NurseAngel.
Wow. Okay, let me just read it. Look, it's not about the family members. He said, when you come across IOM, even if it's just one, there is a spirit of love that is bonding that when you cross once, you will want to come back again. Fantastic. So, Dr. Temitope, the second question I asked Madam Dr. Majory is, yes, what do you have, how do you see, you've said a lot about family members, resource persons, and myself and everybody, even the viewers, and the learning as well. But the question I want to ask you is, how do you see IOM platform? So how do you, when you think of IOM, what do you think about?
Yes, thank you very much. To all those listening, there is something you must never forget. In our mind, always in my mind. You know, in medicine, there's what we call thoracotomy. I hope you can open my thorax and check my heart. You are there in my heart. Okay? So, yes, we're always thinking about you. So, what do I think about the IOM family? Number one is the fact that my destiny is in my hand. So, you teach me to think about you and that you're thinking about me and that we both appreciate each other. So, it is a platform where we, one, share love, practical love, concrete love, tangible love, in sincerity. You see, the gift may not make much impact, but you see, ability to share your own view and perspectives and how best you can improve the human lives is the real love we're talking about here. And then number two, your desire to always want to come on the platform is the real love we're talking about. So this platform is a platform where you come, one, to gain knowledge. Two, you improve and enhance your personality. Three, you are advancing the frontiers of knowledge. Four, you're also helping us build a secure, a healthy, and a sustainable society where everybody is safe and our lives are better off. In sincerity, there is complexity in the world today. There is insecurity in most parts of the world. There is trauma in most, and then you see, you come here to reduce tension.
Wow.
You know, longevity. You give yourself long life. You get the requisite knowledge you're not paying for, you're not subscribing to. So this is a platform that is educative, entertaining. You see, even the dancing of NurseAngel sometimes, even me, I want to come and see NurseAngel dance. I'm telling you. You see, and in sincerity, let's look far beyond that. See, this platform is a university on its own, is a secondary on its own, is a primary school on its own. It teaches children, teaches youths, teach women, teach men on fundamental issues, health issues, entrepreneurial issues. What do you want? You've gotten the certificate, you've gotten the skill, you've gotten the endowment of knowledge. So this is a platform that I strongly do believe that in the very shortest possible time will be an household name all over Africa and all over the globe. And it will amaze you to know that is exactly the ideal orientation of our founding fathers in education, in the classroom. How can my name, what I achieved today, outlive me? And how will I be remembered for? For the justification and the beauty of posterity. Let posterity judge you well. There are those who have money and will not matter to them. Others' life never matters to them. There are those who have money and they are not impacting, they are not adding value to humanity. But you see, Nurse Angel is saying, though I have little. Of recent, she will even say categorically, I don't have money, but take this one, take this one. It's what we're talking about. Don't worry, I will speak it and Hausa will continue. Thank you very much.
Wow. Um, I'm speechless. I honestly was emotional. A lot of people are agreeing with you and Madam Majorie that IOM is a school, is a university. There's something you said. The love, the fact that people can come here and get the mental illness, the health, the health, a kind of cool down. That is the reason why this page was created. I don't know what to say. But let me go to the next question. You guys should take it easy, please. I cried yesterday. I don't want to cry again today. The third question I will ask Madam Majorie, Dr. IOM Dr. Majorie. The third question says, do you believe conversations? You guys have said it already in your answers, but look at the question properly. Do you believe that conversations on IOM talk shows can influence real world changes or change? Do you think that our conversation, discussion, activities can influence real world change?
Definitely. That's the reason why I stayed on the show. For example, let me share with us or have us reflect on the conversations on divorce. Before we went into that conversation, a question was put to family members. Do you think divorce was good? Would you divorce? What would make you divorce? And when we started off, some family members came up strongly. No, it's against God's will, it's against this, it's against that. But when we engaged the conversations, on the first day, right there on the first day on platform, before the end of those conversations, those people have had a mindset change just by listening to the pros and cons for and against divorce. Yes, that's how impactful and impacting this platform has been. And a definite yes. Every time somebody comes to a new awakening, a new realization, and that is great. It's like a discovery because for years the person have lived with this social conscientization, sorry, that this is not possible, especially when it comes to gender. that women are built solely to take care of men and behave in a certain manner and way. But we have seen those stereotypes broken on this platform. We've seen women go outside of what they have known all of their lives, whether religious and all that, and have become better human beings. And that's what we're saying. Yes, yes, and yes again. This platform is very relevant and impactful. Yes.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that statement. I want to say that Madam Hope is here. IOM Madam Hope. She is here on the conference call. So I want to immediately ask her to say hello to the family members, then maybe allow Dr. Temitope to answer the third question, then I ask Dr. Hope. Dr. Hope, can you please unmute and say hello to the family members?
Hello and happy new year in our my family members. I'm happy to be here and good to see all of us here once again this year. We return
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Thank you. Oh, they didn't hear anything. Madam Hope, can you please repeat it again? I was muted. Sorry about that.
NurseAngel, we're not hearing you at all.
Exactly. We can hear you.
We're not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Very audibly.
So sorry about that. So sorry. That means you didn't hear Madam Dr. Hope's greeting, but we'll ask her. So, Dr. Temitope, so sorry. And nobody called my attention to that. It's just now I
Sorry about
saw, oh, dear me. Ah, they've been saying muted, though. Sorry about that. Okay. So, the next question is to you, Dr. Temitope. Do you think that um, IOM talk discussions on the, let me show you the question again. Do you believe conversations on IOM talk show can influence real world changes, Dr. Temitope?
Once again, I need to re-emphasize and reiterate that in our mind, always in my mind. Don't forget, as a classroom teacher, that will have been my compulsory exam question. What is the popular slogan of the IOM family? In our mind, always in my mind. And that my destiny is in my head. Yes, Dr. Hope, we actually had part of your greetings. We're glad to have you around. Thank you so much. She's my great teacher too. All right?
happy new
Yes,
year.
Your Excellency. Okay, my answer to that is that yes, it's actually not only can it is actually bringing about the required changes within the world. Of course, as a classroom teacher, there's what we call the agents of socialization. So IOM is the primary agent of socialization. That's why we call it in our mind talk show, family. It's a family. This is a place where you come for proper orientation. What you call classroom, in the classroom, we call it acculturation and enculturation. So we teach you real realities of life. And again, you can't deny the fact that the knowledge you gain on this platform is unquantifiable. Money cannot buy it. Okay? So invariably, if you are able to change one person, you have successfully changed a whole community. You have successfully changed the world. All you need to do is give the correct knowledge. Like I teach in the classroom, as a classroom teacher, I must teach what is true because knowledge is true. Knowledge must be valid, must be such that it's replicable. So by inference, if you teach or you dispense or you give knowledge, you are indirectly influencing the world positively. You're bringing about the required changes, which is sufficient or suffices to change the world. If you want to change the world, give the correct knowledge, true knowledge that is valid and replicable. So all our discussions on this platform, obviously, definitely, not only can it's already bringing about the required changes. And just like you rightly did say, she gave an illustration of some of the narratives revolving around gender. Again, I can also say about the issue of these aged ones that we discuss on this platform as it relates to dementia. Do not take it that they are possessed. Okay, no. And that you can see today, we will no longer treat them as being possessed with evil spirits, but we now understood that they forget. Now our lives are better. We can now take care of our aged ones, and the society is healthy for it. Thank you very much, man.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Temitope. And Madam Hope, I'll just ask you to quickly go through what I've asked the others in terms of Madam Hope. You were almost the first speaker when we returned that came to speak. And my question to you is, what inspired you to continue to remain as an IOM resource person on this platform?
That's a great question. You wouldn't know exactly, but I must tell you that, how do I put it, is when I realized that what we're doing is making impact, that we're affecting lives. Despite no matter how inconveniencing or busy or whatever, but I found myself coming back because I found out that lives are being impacted and we're getting feedback. Is that feedback from the family that actually encouraged me and made me to know that what we are doing is really making impact. And that's the whole essence of existence. That's the whole essence of living. Because I found that when someone's life stops impacting on others, it begins to lose its meaning, the purpose of existence. And if I will forget every other thing that happened in this platform, I will not forget one feedback that we got. The feedback on that day, we were talking about defilement of girl child, different ways. I was just telling my normal stories, how one a local musician was, defiling a 4-year girl child, and he keeps calling her my wife, and which is a normal thing. Even when a mother will be there, somebody will be bold enough to call a little girl his wife before, and the mother will not think twice over it. When I just told that story, telling my own story, I didn't know that word was going in world is going to make an impact that will save one of our mind child. When the mother now said, when the children ran to her and told her what happened, how the neighbor, she never suspected. The person has been very good to them, because that's the way they will come and penetrate the family. You will be relaxed. You think that this is a friend, that this is a family member. You will not suspect, and these children will be dying in silence. Only for this woman to tell us that that same day, how the children came and told her somebody carried her little girl, a toddler, and was like, this is my wife, and now send them away and took only the child to his house. And this woman, immediately she heard it. Based on that simple story I was telling, she ran. Already the baby was already kept on the bed from what she told us, and the man was busy cooking indomie. The woman ran and rescued her baby. You know, that simple feedback really touched my heart, because this is how we would have recorded another defilement of an innocent child. Her innocence is taken away, and she might have been a situation for a very long time, even with other children around without nobody knowing. This one alone was one incentive, one good testimony, one good feedback that really encouraged me. No matter what I thought, that no matter the jargon or whatever I thought that wasn't making sense, I realized from the feedback we are getting from this family that we are impacting life. And I remember that they said, when they talked about mainstreaming, you know, we're talking about reorientation and mobilization and changing, talking about change agents, you know, in addition to the questions my colleagues had already answered. I found out that the only way you can impact the world is start from one person, which is one person. The families make up society, they are the ones that made up the world. And there was no classroom where people are taught gender-based violence, all these things. It's by socialization, by peer influence, by discussion, by what people are doing. The children are emulating, people are observing. So, and we found out that from what is already happening in our mind family, we may not be able to measure it, but I'm telling you, time will tell. All these things that we naturally groomed and imbibed, our children will gradually, this impact is something that is only the time that will tell us the impact of what IOM is doing in our family. Thank you. Let me end it here.
Quickly again, thank you. Before you mute, how do you see IOM family? How do you see IOM platform? Madam Hope. How do you see IOM platform? Oh, sorry, I was talking to you, and I will not be muting again. So, Madam Hope, how do you see IOM platform, and do you think we can bring real changes to the world? Madam Hope, you're muted.
Sorry, can you repeat what you asked me?
How do you see IOM platform, and do you think we can bring real changes to the world?
It means that you didn't hear the last thing I said, because when I stopped, I found out that it's like there was no communication going on. I already said that the impact of IOM is having in our mind family. There are sometimes this statement might not really describe what I want to say, but you know, when we say that something is a time bomb, something that when it explodes is ticking. What I'm trying to say is that the impact this platform is making in the life of the people is actually time that will tell, because by the time you will begin to, we may be alive to see it, because the result is already it might not really be a very far thing, because the way the social media, the way I have seen these families in, when they begin to tag, the way they're spreading this message about in our mind family, you wouldn't know the extent. People, there is a lot of people that you will not even know that they are watching, whether connected during the program is going on, or people that watch after it. You may not understand the level, but the truth remains that I am so assured of the impact we are making because of the feedback we are getting. And I'm sure is a positive result. And all members of this family, all of us have become agents of change. And in no long time, we'll begin to see it socially. This whole thing we are talking about will become a natural thing. The way we were groomed, we imbibed all these negative cultures and religions and bias and the stereotype and all these things that is affecting us negatively. We are sure that people are beginning to reason, just like other people have said, is impacting positively and is something that we cannot be able to measure.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. So the next question I want to ask is to you, Madam Majori. Madam Majori, what personal experience or personal experiences have shaped your commitment to IOM course? Because I know what you did as well. What personal experiences have shaped your commitment to IOM course? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Maybe check your volume or something. We can't hear you. Dr. Temitope, you can be answering. Let her fix her phone. You can leave and come back.
Yeah, our mic is muted.
No, she unmuted it. It's unmuted.
Okay.
She has gone out. So what personal experiences have shaped your commitment to IOM course?
In our mind, always in my mind, my destiny is in my hand. Yes. What personal experience has shaped my commitment to the IOM course? Now, again, it's a privilege to share with everyone here that I'm a classroom teacher, and anytime I have the privilege to go to class, I often do share with my students by saying to them, one, I'm here to learn. And at no point should any of my students assume that I am the sole authority of the class. No. Just like communication is a two-way traffic. So one of the personal experience that have shaped my orientation, okay, and my commitment to the IOM course in our Mind Family course is the beauty and the quality of the discussion we often have on the platform. You see, I've come to this platform let me give you a specific one. Much before coming on a public space, I've always believed that we have dementia and we have salinity. At the course of our interaction, that NurseAngel did share that the word salinity is no longer in vogue, is no longer in use. Just like for me in pharmacology, not all the regimen we used years ago, we have what you call generational of these drugs, are still in use today. Just like we do have chloroquine to treat for MP, malaria parasite, we have it, evolved with time. We use sulfadoxine and primetamine. And now it's evolved again to the artemether and the lumefantrine. That is a combination of the artemether. So to me, I now realize that the word salinity is no longer to be used. It's an outdated word in diction. So, like I've always also shared this platform, this is a platform where you have to, one, reconstruct and deconstruct. If you know of any word in your diction or your vocabulary that is no longer suitable, does not align to social realities, please deconstruct them and begin to reconstruct suitable ones that can help the social system develop. So the quality of the discussion at the course of our interaction on this platform is an experience that actually have always engaged better, why I should be much better committed to the platform. So I come to the platform to learn. And often when even NurseAngel also asks the audience their view or perspective on specific issues or social realities, it's also, you see, I learn when I listen to them share their view, whichever be the source of their information. I'm learning. And far beyond that, let me also share a specific one. You know, some of the pictures that is shown on this platform, some of life, real life narratives that is bring on board or experiences shared, you see, have again positively also impacted or add value to my life. So these are the ways I've better experience, and it's also encouraging me to want to be here all the time. And I can't say less than this. Of course, I have more again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Remember to share if you have not already shared. Share on your platforms. Madam Majori, what personal experience have shaped your, how did I put it, has shaped your commitment to this our cause in IOM?
Hello. I hope my mic
Yes,
is okay now.
it is. Yeah.
Okay. What personal experiences have shaped my involvement in the IOM family platform? Hmm. There are many, there are so many, there are many. I work as a frontline responder to issues and incidents of gender based violence. It means that on a daily basis, I get to interact, intervene, um, whether at the police, at the hospital, at the morgue, at the courts, for persons whose human rights have been infringed upon in one way or the other. So the IOM platform vividly mirrors my life on a daily basis. I have to interact with persons living with disability. I have to interact with abusers. I oftentimes have to abusers on different levels. It could be a mother who's abusive to her child, a husband who's an abusive father and husband. It could even be a teacher or an elder brother or sister or sibling. It could be a nurse in the hospital. It's our life is so dotted with all of these things that whether on the streets or in whatever area we find ourselves, I don't know. I know Madam Hope will bear me out. We are indirectly, unconsciously tuned in to pick out abuses, and it's alien to our nature. It kind of irritates us, like to the extent that if something is not done, it's as if you're blowing up, you're going to blow up. So that kind of energy is what I've been able to identify in NurseAngel. Most of the admins and most of the members of the IOM family, and that it's good because to borrow a leaf from the Bible, only iron can sharpen iron, not stone. So I kind of find some sharpening here, and that helps me because our job is traumatizing. It's quite traumatic. There are things you see, there are things you encounter, trying to get justice for someone who's abused, and you're like, hey, this is not my responsibility. let me just crash. And everybody around you will tell you, leave it be. This is too much. But when you come here, it's like your phone battery has run out. You plug it into charge. That's what it does for me. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing. Madam Hope, I want to ask you another question. And I would like us to quickly complete the question before time. I don't want us to be here more than 2 hours. So, Madam Hope, what stories or issues do you think is not getting enough attention on IOM?
Okay. Um, I may not really say not getting enough attention, but I want to believe that there are some issues that have not been directly discussed. But you find out that everything we are doing, everything we are discussing, whether from any angle you are bringing it, everything still boils down to human rights.
Correct.
Whether you, even from the health side of it, just like they were talking about the aged ones, those having amnesia, and you find out people, the way people now treat them, maybe discriminate, even abuse them on top or neglect them instead of really showing them love and taking care of them and giving them the attention they needed. You find that it's still all those things, when they do it, it's still also encroaching in their rights as elderly ones and people with a special need. So, but I know that no matter how, on daily basis, we are having more people come on board. And I want to tell you that there is no way you can talk about gender-based violence, which you find out that when you begin to break down, you find out when we talk about the training of a boy child, the discrimination against the girl child, against the boy child, all these things, you find that everything still boils down because male and female, he created them, and they become a boy or a girl, and they grow up to become a teenage or an adolescent, and they also have their own peculiarity, their challenges and whatever they are facing around their human rights, even parenting and all these things. When you begin to, you grow up again when they have become a full adult. From there you go when they become the aged. So you find out at every stage in one's life. So even if we decide to pick up, talk about the girl child for like starting it afresh today, I bet you it will be as if we have never talked about it before. If you pick up the boy child and we'll start all over again, it's like it will be as if we've not said anything about it. But I found out that there is need also for us to begin to, there are other issues that is affecting our family members, as we are, some of us are totally ignorant, and some people are, which I will also love that we can look at also. I think, which is also still around the issue of violence and exploitation. When we begin to look at our young men and women are japping out of the country because of the economic situation, but we would like to let them know the reality so that when they want to japa, they will japa with they will be able to make an informed decision. I would like us to look at slavery, the slave traffic, what happened before now, and we'll begin to look at the modern day slavery, the trafficking in persons, and irregular migration, and even the regular migration, the impact it has, the development it brings to the destination country as well as the country of origin. These are issues that when we begin to look into it, you look at labor migration, you look at from every angle, even the rights of the migrants. Because what we are discussing is not only, we are not talking about only one country. So that when we begin to look at all these things, it's still part of it. So that even when you want to abandon whatever you are doing and want to run away, you have to know the realities on ground. So that even if you are going out, you are making decision, you will know you are making the right decision before you move. So this is an angle we have not touched, which is also revolves around human rights. It also revolves about violence against persons, whether a male person or you look at child labor. There is a lot of issues we've not really discussed.
All right.
So, and everything is still boils down to issues of human rights.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And the next question I want to ask is for you, Dr. Temitope, what experiences as a what was your experience as a resource person from either the family members, the admin team, or NurseAngel? Do you have any challenges? Do you think we don't practice what we preach? Is there something you want to share with the family? Quickly, I'm looking at the time now. Sorry.
Please, you have to repeat the question because the network was fluctuating. Okay, good. What's your experience as a resource person? Is
So
that the
how
question?
how has the family members treated you, the admin or NurseAngel? How is there something, do you think is there something we've done that is not what we've been preaching on this platform?
In our mind, always in my mind, my destiny is in my head. Actually, I'm a classroom teacher. Please let's understand. We believe in giving illustrations. Sometimes it helps to provide good understanding of what you're teaching. Let me give this short illustration. There was this young man in the church. Now, actually, members were in the church. And then the pastor did say to each member of the church, please turn to the person beside you and say to them, what happened to you will happen again, or what happened to me will happen to you. So this young man, when he looked at the person beside him, he saw this person with bandage on the hand, on the leg, on the neck. So he couldn't tell him, what happened to you, let it happen to me again. So he now said to him, what happened to you should happen to you again. So he didn't say it should happen. So if I'm allowed to say it in a better way, if I'm asked, okay, how as the admin and NurseAngel, their actions and inactions, how has it influenced me? Please let it continue to influence me. I like their actions and inactions. Everything they are doing, please increase it, continue. Let me do that. You see, they've treated me well, they've done well to me. The admin called me at different times, NurseAngel calls me. And in a public space like this, let me also be honest about it. I've received so many gifts. Let me put it very clear. I call it unmerited gifts. I'm a classroom teacher, and I don't believe that when it comes to dissipating or giving knowledge in a platform like this, you must not attach any condition to it. But you see, out of the magnanimity of NurseAngel, I've received not once, not twice, unnumbered times. So why shouldn't I say, NurseAngel, please keep doing it to me, ma? Admin, please continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this next question we go to you, Madam Marjorie. Are there any noticeable benefits or impacts or changes to you in particular since becoming a speaker on IOM? I know you've been doing this before now, but since coming to IOM, do you think there has been changes that people or benefits or impact on to you, if any at all?
Of course. Of course, one of the cardinal facets of our job as frontline responders is safeguarding. And oftentimes we take it to the extreme, safeguarding um, connotes that we protect abusers at all costs. And for some of us, it even makes it difficult. We forget oftentimes that a certain level of publicity is needed. A certain part of our stories and that of the victims should be told, deserves to be heard. And the IOM platform has availed me an international platform. Like I said, it's a diverse platform, diverse persons, backgrounds, and all of that, to not only share our daily experience in the field, but to also have some real life intervention and interrogation ongoing here. In the last 2 months, I will not call names, I will not say things, but I know NurseAngel knows what I'm going to say right now. Um, a certain mindset has actually been changed drastically, and it was going to affect me in dimensions that will affect the work I did. But NurseAngel was able to tell me that this person was very brilliant, very intelligent, and knew what they were doing. You were just dispensing your usual work ethical demands. You didn't know what they were doing. And that kind of helped. But I tell you, it not only helped me to begin to, it helped me look at things differently. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie talks about the dangers of a single narrative. This platform has brought it to life for me much more vividly because of a real life experience that happened right here on this platform. And we're still tickling with it, we're still dealing with it. And because of that, I will not go further in revealing, but that's one of it. But again, I would like to deal a little bit with Temitope's question. I would like to see us be more managers, be very good managers of time. Um, it would be
That
good.
question will come. That question will come. Let's leave it because it's among you're answering everything you're very good. The
Maybe it's
question is
because I want to run away.
no, don't go yet. That's why I'm trying to cut us short because we'll
Okay.
soon be closing in less than 30 minutes. All right, Madam Hope, if we can, just like you said, a member on the platform said, yes, you have to hear from both sides before making your decision. That is what we preach on this platform. Thank you for pointing that out. So, Madam Hope, I want to say, are there any challenges or regrets since becoming an IOM speaker? Have you regretted being an IOM speaker? Or is there any challenges you face?
Okay, that answer is capital no. I have no reason to regret because just like my friend and colleague Marjorie said, what we are doing, if we are reaching the lives of people, let's say 50% in our own area where we are localized, we find out that this platform has provided more than 1,000% opportunity for us to reach out to more lives. And we all believe that prevention is better than cure.
Correct.
And what we are doing here, when people begin to respect other people's rights, and there is a reduction in the level of violence against persons, that will reduce enough stress for us trying to respond, because we know that sometimes some people never recovers from the violence or abuse they went through. It's become a lifetime thing and we know that we truly don't have all the resources. Yeah, that reminds me again, the aspect of the opportunity for people to undergo therapy, psychotherapy. A lot of people who have suffered violence, we don't have the resources and the personnel to really help them come out of the trauma of what happened. Some of them, it might have happened as children and they carried it over to adulthood. It has somehow it affects their lives without them even knowing, or people around them without knowing what informed this person doing this or behaving like this. And this is an aspect that, if as time goes on, we'll begin to see if we can, if IOM can find a way, because all these things revolves around mental health. We'll begin to see how, if there is a way we can partner with some clinical psychologists and some people that we can refer victims, no matter how long we thought the person had undergone, was being violated, so that it will help them to recover. Because I found out from the experience, our field work, most of the victims of trafficking, you can rescue them, you can bring them back, you can empower them, you can reintegrate them, but we find out they are never the same, and it takes time. Not just take time, most of the time they can never become the same again. So we prefer that people are never being exposed and violated before not to talk about trying to rehabilitate them. I think the rehabilitation of victims is an area that is lacking, that needed attention to be focused on. Let me leave it at this.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Even if we say most of what we do here is a therapy, but there could be specific individual therapy that is required. I agree with you. Thank you. So the next question I want to ask Madam Majorie. Madam Majorie, where do you see IOM this 2025? Where do you see IOM this 2025?
I see
And
IOM.
how can we get there?
I see IOM as a destination solution point for every citizen, every human. I see IOM being that priority page for a wider section of its diverse community. I see us hitting, I think when the million ranges now for viewership, I see us exceeding the growth extrapolations by Facebook. I see us become that number one phone punch destination for solutions, not just for the immediate programs, but to view past programs. I see the past editions or episodes garnering so much viewership because of the feedback, because of the impact and then feedback. Now, how do we get there? How do we get to be number one? We need trainings, we need retrainings, we need dedicated, committed staff who are conversant with the goal of this platform, the reason for being here, and it aligns with their own goals, not because it is good, it feels good to be on social media, and then we're making some international friends, and then like Dr. Tope kindly pointed out, there are some stipends, what we call per diems, that is attached to it. It should be something that it's done irrespective. I mean, if you're woken up from sleep, where will you rather be? what would you rather be doing? If he aligns with the vision and the mission and the goals of this platform, then we'll found the right persons. Then we need to be training them and retraining them with the necessary kind of knowledge to be able to move with the vision of where we want to be. We want to see us as that number one agency and a strong voice for human rights across the world, for human rights across the world, especially in Africa, that take on impactful, challenging human rights abuses and deals with it conclusively to see that justice is dispensed. Want to beyond the conversation, champion advocacy for positive change and, of course, impact. We need to be at the fore, and most especially, cement collaborative synergies over time and mold everybody into a beautiful synergic ball that once it's IOM, everybody knows what to be doing and where we're going to. I think that should be clearly communicated. I see us be better resource managers, be more time conscious, and then be all over, take over all the social media, not only not only Facebook. I want to see us on Twitter. I want to see us on Instagram. Let everybody tag us and be there where we are on live and after, key on to ask questions and follow us committedly. That's what I want to see.
Fantastic, well stated with what we need to do. Wonderful training and dedicated. I said to, as if you listened in yesterday, Madam Majorie, I said to the family member, we all, every member of the family must be a representative of what we preach, because very soon we are going to be going out there to spread the word. So the training, the retraining, and the dedication of each family member can never be overemphasized. Or yes. So the next question I want to
But I wasn't on your meeting yesterday.
I know, no, I said as if. No, you
Was it
just said
another thing?
what you said. Because when you're talking to family members, I'm happy you're reiterating what I just said. Thank you. The next question is, Dr. Temitope, I want you to answer this question. What other contribution, apart from being an IOM speaker, can you make towards IOM growth? Dr. Temitope, quickly, so we'll round up now. I don't want us to be here too long.
Yes. What other contributions in our mind? Always in my mind, my destiny is in my hand. What other contribution can I make to the IOM growth? Yes, let's be very honest about it. Now, one of the things I know that is of relevance is when I listen to those angels say, when it comes to the financing of the IOM family, it's not really getting the required support. And if we'll be honest about it, at such an inception point like this, yes, if need be, please, I wouldn't mind also sending the little contribution I have to make the IOM family big and great. It's not small, it can actually affect life. And far beyond that, if IOM sees the need to also want to begin to think about the sustainability of the program, we can make it more like, develop a curriculum and develop specific, activities towards, achieving specific goals and aims and objectives of the IOM. I'm readily available to, put on document my certificate to add value to IOM, and then also help in the documentation and stuff like that. Thank you very much.
Wow, wonderful. I will ask Madam Hope this same question. Madam Hope, what contribution can you make to the growth of IOM?
Hmm. This is a very serious question. No. For me, I was looking at already we are bringing in our
Yes.
experience.
What other contribution?
Hmm. Other contribution is keep identifying maybe possible um, like minds, or how do I put it, organizations that share the same vision that IOM can partner, build synergy with, because we cannot do it alone. People have their expertise, even among us, the family. It's high time we begin to harness the expertise and the experiences of the members of the family. Not just in our contributions, but when we identify the areas,
So
because
when
we
I
are all
say contribution,
volunteers.
I mean anything. It doesn't mean finance at all.
And I'm already responding.
Yes, yes.
Maybe
No,
what you had in
I
mind
hear
is not
you.
what
No, I hear
I'm
you.
going.
No,
I'm
you are
going
saying
somewhere.
something good. Well
Um,
done.
what I'm already saying is talking about, for us to expand IOM family, or not the expansion in terms of numeric membership, is just like the question you asked, where we want to see IOM in the future. I'm actually looking at IOM to be a one bus stop, a one stop area that you talk about prevention, you get it there. You talk about advocacy or reorientation, all these things towards the behavioral and mind change we are looking at, that will culminate in prevention. And we'll also look at, we can where we get into addressing issues where we can get other people to partner with. Just like there is an organization they call Men Engaging Men. These are championing, trying to bring out modeling, trying to mentor the young men, trying to, look at, we are addressing gender based, and we know the background we are coming from. So, and they are now, not you as a woman talking, but now as a man talking to younger ones, the grooming and training of our young men. So my own contribution, like I said, will basically partners that we can bring in their expertise into what IOM is doing. And I would love IOM to be a legal entity. Yes, we are as a voluntary organization, but have a legal entity, and possibly with a physical address. We can even have full-time staff that are being engaged, so that we can equally, solicit for resources, getting maybe a private partnership, and people who are buying into, and even empower. We can empower our members economically, and that some of these things, it will begin to circulate. I don't know what else to answer. Let me leave it here.
Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you very much. So the next question I will ask you, Madam Marjorie, and what's one thing, I think you've said it before, but what one thing would you like to change on IOM?
Um, Thank you, NurseAngel. Thank you, everyone. It's quite wonderful seeing how committed um we all are, and looking at the backgrounds we're all coming from. Dr. Temitope, thank you. That was an amazing offer. We'll take you up on that, I assure you. Um Basically, what I would like to see happen more, it's I've said it, training and then time management. It's very key for us Okay,
So you've
that we
talked
not.
about time management. How long do you think we should stay at least? How long do you think we should be staying on each talk show?
If we have, because of the diverse audience and the spread, um a 1 hour 30 minutes show will be like a 1 hour 30 minute show, because the attention span for people are not so long, and then people don't want to watch too long of video
Yeah.
because there are extended data cost and all of that. And if we can get it shorter and perfect our pitches so that it aligns and the delivery it's giving without too much rhetorics or retelling or rubrics, it will be beautiful. If we can get it and deliver a beautiful episode in 1 hour, that will be fantastic, because of all these things I have said. Time management, it's a cost saving and money making device, and I think a mechanism rather, sorry. And I think we need to master it and put it to work for us and the people we have so elected or opted to serve, for that matter. That's what I think. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On that note, I will take you guys to talk quickly for the rest because I have 5 minutes maximum to be here. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Temitope, I want to ask you, what advice will you give to IOM family members? And also, you, what are the two main slogans of IOM?
In our mind, always in my mind. In our mind, whatever it is always in my mind. And my destiny is in my head. Please understand what those two slogans are saying is that, see, think about me, I will think about you. Love me, I will love you. Let us work together. And like the popular slogan for those of us in social work, Ubuntu, I am because we are. So let's work together as a one family. And far beyond that, again, one simple advice I will give is that please let's keep loving each other. Let's keep encouraging one another. Okay? What would you give? What advice would you give to the IM family? Please understand, again, in the social work context, we have what you call the micro, the meso, and the macro component of the social system. So again, at whichever level you find yourself, keep loving one another. Love your father, love your mom, love your grandparents. It's by so doing they will see the value of IOM. And I can see look at the wonderful things you're doing. Keep on doing it. And as we keep on doing it, the world becomes a better place. Social revolution. Good to go. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So, Madam Hope, I will ask you the last question. There is something you said, Dr. Temito, where I want to reiterate. Like my children, they know before they get any favor from me, they must be nice to their grandfather. They don't joke with their grandfather. I may be at work, I'll say, hey, grandfather has to do this, they have to do it. If not, they're in my bad books. So thank you for even mentioning grandparents. So, Madam Hope, the last question, and quickly, is venting time. What critique do you have of NurseAngel, Madam Hope?
Okay. I hope IOM family will forgive me to being honest and sincere to criticize our NurseAngel.
Yes, so please carry on.
One is that NurseAngel will get so excited that she will not know that the time is going. And she will, she will dance, which is a normal thing. Then she will, initially, the way she will backfire me with questions. One day I almost cried on this platform as if she was taking it personal. But gradually I got to understand that those things was actually helping to bring out, bring out the mindset and the thinking of everybody that will now help us to unlearn what we have learned before and relearn. All these things. It might be the criticism can be positive or negative. But just like my sister had already said about the timing, I will, to be honest with you, if I'm doing the listening, I can even doze off. And I observe that members sometimes the viewership begin to drop. Just like they've talked about the data, the timing, people have their families, I've already told that. If we can sit down and allot timing to what we are doing, if we say it's 1 hour, NurseAngel can say pre-dancing 2 minutes, and he will keep something that will help her to be timing. Then if you say, Madam Hope, I'm asking you this question, you have 1 minute or 2 minutes allocated.
What's happening? Okay, her network is bad. I was worried. I hope she comes back. Oh, her network is bad. So we have come to I heard her, and she's correct. There was a day I fired her question. She nearly cried. But that's fine. So, Dr. Temitope has disappeared. Someone I wanted to dance with me. Madam Marjorie, this one you're yawning, can you dance with me? Or you just want to watch me dance? Let's dance? You've not danced before. Let me hear from you. So I want to dedicate this song to you all, our IOM resource persons, is that we shouldn't wait till when someone dies to celebrate them. You guys are worthy of celebration. You are wonderful. You are the best. Even what do I give to you? Peanuts or nothing? I don't give you anything. Honestly, it's peanuts or nothing. Yet you are always here. Because even before I say, I'm on the road. I will try and get home quickly to come. So I want to say thank you. And we want to celebrate you guys. Not when you say, oh, you'll be remembered. No, your reward is not in heaven. It should be here on earth. So on that note, let's dance quickly. So we'll meet up the 2-hour marks today. But we've had your reviews. We are going to put it in place. Do you want to dance with me? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I wanted to sleep. Oh.
Just dance a bit. Members,
okay.
This thing should show me. Show like that. Better. Thank you, Madam Marjorie. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, don't play one I would like. Oh, don't play the one that only you know like.
Oh, which one do you want? Tell me.
Play now. I like your selection. Play. I know you play one.
This is dedicated to you guys. Celebrate your life. You want the life. Thank God we are alive. It is a beautiful day to remember. We are making progress together. God is a beautiful day to remember. We are not here forever. Celebrate me now that I am living. Not when I die in property. This life is for the living. Every day I jolly. When I didn't do one festival, as I can go up my God. Only good celebrate life.
You are the light. Thank God you there alive. So see that the Kuba when you're running, they come gentle. I got a lot of car on the candle. Easy myself, you can see from my angle. And say you can make a leak, you can put a little money my cheese. Pick it up with it till I make a member my cheese. Swing that I got back up, all it is a happy. I was alive. Like I got to be yeah, make you know what I mean. Anything that was stressing me, make it day on me. I didn't create it fast, lessons all over me. They come on, I'm on now, they want for the me. Make I tell you, I said go, I said go. I like how much I want you to go. Cut the beauty, it's my bitch, watch out to me, so go. I mean, I said it, boy, with the flow. You do it like a go. Jump alive, celebrate your life. You want to ride. Thank God you there alive. Come on, hey, take a good look at me, man. I'm alive. I'm the black man. Come on, man. You look at me, man. You can't deal with one man. Come on, man. I drink right here, man. That's why I keep my life, you know. Yeah. Celebrate me now that I'm living. Not when I die, you will property. This life is for the living. Every day, my journey. Why I didn't do one festival? As I can over my hand. Only but jump alive. Celebrate your life. You are the life. I know you there alive.
Woo! Madam Marjorie won. Wow! Wow! Madam! Madam! I think you will be doing dancing competition.
Thank you for winning NurseAngel for us today. She has always been winning. She has been winning you. Now, see, I was just coming down.
I've been winning you, and I won you again. Wow! Wow! But Madam Marjorie, I throw a salute for you. Wow! This woman, number one, see her hair color. Number two, see her dancing. Now, you need to come over. Madam Marjorie, you will come over here. Make we do dancing competition. You too much, bro. Hey, Dr.
No, I wanted to ask you, NurseAngel, why didn't you dance today?
Jesus. Okay, because of I've been accused of a lot, and I've heard all you guys said. Thank you for your contributions. Look, we are all listening, and we will definitely put it into practice. Definitely. Once again, in our Madam Marjorie, I want you to say our slogan. I think you're still learning it. Say our two slogans. We have two slogans. Say it.
Okay. Wow, that's strenuous. You got me dancing when I wanted to sleep. In my mind.
In our
I'm
mind.
sorry. In our mind, because my destiny is always in my hands.
That's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Dr. Temitope, oh yeah, say it. Say
it. In our mind, always in my mind. My destiny is in my hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye all. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.